Hello, everyone. I'm Amir Marishi, Doctor of Business Administration candidate, and focus on business strategy. And today we want to talk about Iran, Hormuz, and global business markets. Welcome to Elite Talks. The Iran-Oman shipping plan is reportedly near completion, but Iran says this does not mean immediate full reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. From a business perspective, Iran is the central player in the current Hormuz story. Iran is a major oil exporter. It controls the northern side of Hormuz Strait, and most Iranian maritime oil exports need this route to reach global customers. Hormuz is a narrow sea passage between Iran and Oman. It connects the Persian Gulf with international markets. Around 20 million barrels of oil normally pass through it each day. This is approximately 20% of global petroleum consumption. And Iran, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, and Bahrain depend on this route for oil or petroleum or gas product exports. And Iran also exports neutral gas, but mainly through pipelines to Iraq and Turkey. Therefore, Hormuz directly affects Iranian oil exports more than Iranian gas exports. Brent oil finished Friday at $83.55. It increased by 1.3% on Friday, but fell more than 8% during the week. This shows market volatility, and volatility means prices move quickly because investors are uncertain. Earlier hopes of an arrangement pushed oil prices lower. Later doubts about full reopening pushed prices higher again. Gold reached approximately more than $4,000 per ounce, and regional uncertainty can support gold. But the latest increase was mainly caused by weak American employment data and changing interest rate expectations. And for Iran, the national Iranian oil company, petrochemical exporters, ports, and logistics company could benefit from higher export volumes. Saudi Aramco, ADNOC, Qatar Energy, and Bahrain's Bapco could also deliver more energy to customers. Airlines such as Emirates and Qatar Airways, Qantas, and Lufthansa could benefit from lower fuel prices. Manufacturers and retailers such as Toyota, Tesla, Apple, and Amazon could face lower transport and energy costs. Shipping companies such as Maersk and MSC and Hapag-Lloyd could pay less for fuel and insurance. However, lower disruption could also reduce the special freight charges they collect. Which company in this situation could benefit if disruption continues? All producers outside Hormuz may receive higher prices. For example, include EXX on mobile, Chevron, and Equinor Petrobars, and LNG suppliers outside the Persian Gulf, including Cheniere in America and Woodside in Australia, may receive a stronger demand. Gold mining companies such as Newmont and Barrick may benefit if uncertainty keeps gold prices high. Tanker companies may charge higher freight rates, however, they also face much higher insurance, fuel, and security costs. Therefore, they are not automatic winners. And some companies face pressure, like airlines face higher fuel costs, factories face higher electricity and transport costs, chemical and fertilizer companies face higher gas prices, and retailers face more expensive supply chains. Supply chains means the complete journey of a product for production to the customer. Uh, Even major technology companies can be affected. Amazon pays transport costs. Apple and Tesla depend on global manufacturing and shipping. Data centers operated by major technology companies also use large amounts of electricity. Uh, for Iran, the most important business formula is revenue equals price multiple by export volume. A higher oil price does not automatically benefit Iran if it cannot export enough oil or receive payments. A safe reopening could allow Iran to sell more oil and petroleum products. It could support petrochemicals, ports, shipping, and government revenue. However, Iran also needs banking access, payment systems, and reliable commercial rules to receive the full economic benefits. And also, in global economy, continued disruption can increase oil, LNG, freight, and insurance costs. Businesses may transfer this cost to customers, and this create inflation, meaning a general increase in prices. Higher inflation can keep interest rates high. Expensive loans can reduce consumer spending, business investment, and economic growth. A successful reopening could reduce these pressures. And Bubble Mandeb Strait also is very important. If both Hormuz Straits and Bubble Mandeb Straits remain difficult to use, ships may need to travel around Africa. This increases fuel use, delivery time, and business costs. The final market view here, a successful deal could benefit Iran and other Persian Gulf exporters through higher export volumes. It could also help airlines, manufacturers, and consumers through lower energy costs. A failed or limited deal could benefit some non-Hormuz energy producer and possibly gold, but it would increase cost and economic risk for most global businesses. Markets now need actual ship movements, insurance coverage, and successful implementation, not only an announcement. Uh, I'm Emir Marashi, and thank you for listening to this podcast about Hormuz Strait situation. And day today is 9th of August of 2026. Thank you and have a great weekend.